Hey guys, my name is David McKnight and I'm going to make a new video, a little bit more simpler video, and today my video will be how to make activities through Eclipse and buttons to go to new activities. This is very important, something that you should just be able to do in your sleep if you want to be effective. Then this will be a step-by-step process of what we're going to do. So first of all, we're going to make a project. Alright, we're going to make a new, not C++ object, Android application project. We're going to do, let's make this button to activity. Let's just do BTA for button to activity. And we'll just use all this stuff right now. I'm sure you guys know how to do that. Let's go ahead and make this target 4.2, compile with 4.2. And there we go. We're going to that. We're going to have all the standard stuff right here because I don't care right now. All right, blank activity. Main activity will be our first activity. All right. Bam, 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 and there we go. We have a project. All right, here we go, And we're going to go here, get the two files out. We're going to do the layout first. And so what we're going to do, just for my own sake, I'm going to have Galaxy tab. We're gonna make this. Landscape because I like landscape, and that's way better. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have one button. All right. All this button's gonna do. All right. We're not gonna worry about text. We'll go to class. New activity. All right. That's all it is. And the XML, I've had issues on my XML. It will be fine on my emulator and my tablet. So, and this is the problem with having something. We're going to shrink that for now. We're going to bring this out so we can see our tablet a little bit better. So this is going to be a button. We're just going to stick it right here. And this is going to go to a new activity. So now, let's go ahead and do this. This is how we make a new activity. See, right now, I don't know how many of you guys know how to do making new activities, because you just kind of use this standard one. So this is what we do. We go to our package, all right, our source folder, go to the package, and we're going to make a new, go to other, okay, and under Draft, we're going to make a new Android activity. We're going to make a blank activity. All right, here we go. We're going to call it BTA2 because I have no imagination. All right, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to have a hierarchical parent. Oh, actually, yeah, make sure we're in the right project. Main activity, BTA, because make sure you have the right one. I've made this dumb mistake before. Blood of the Empire is a game I'm making with a PhD student, and In Deep Space is something you have already seen. Oh no! Okay. And activity name. By convention, they must be capitalized. I remember that, so we're going to have BTA2. Alright, so this is our new activity. It's going to have, see right here, the hierarchical parent to main activity. And that all it is. Alright, so main activity, BTA, and we're going to find, what's the BTA? Well, so we can distinguish this. Hello world. Hello world. We're not going to take that out because we hate you. And you normally want to make strings, but we're just going to differentiate. This is the second screen to my super cool Quail. Actually, I like that. Quail app. Huh. That works. And so we'll go back to the graphical layout right here and see this is my second screen. So easy enough, right? Okay. All right. And so we want to be able to go there to that screen. And let's see here. I am going to have this be landscape because I just prefer it to be landscape, and there's really no reason, but I just like that. All right. So this is my little cool second screen to my super cool app. So now we have created that activity, and so now we need to know how to get to that activity. Well, first of all, let's go ahead back to our main activity XML, and what we're gonna do is to make it easier on us. We're gonna change the ID name, and Actually, let me cancel this out. Let me minimize this so I can see everything a little bit better. Bring this guy in here. Bring it here like that. And we'll do that. Okay, so go to new activity. What we're going to do is we're going to have this a new ID. You're going to distinguish something. You're going to have new activity button. All right, that's all this is. All right, that's all we're going to name. That way we can distinguish it. So we're going to go to our code. And this is something that's very important. Okay, in the create thing, this is where we're going to allocate stuff. We're going to make a field here. Oops. We're going to make a field protected button new activity button. I think that's what I call it. Oh, whatever. Who cares? Because it's just a tutorial. Go ahead and import by Control Shift O or Command Shift O, depending on what machine you have. All right, very important though. We do not allocate space for this right here. We don't do this new button because that will screw up our thing. So we want to do because these two things need to be set first before anything. Okay, so what we have here now is we have created a button so that we can manipulate in our Java code, okay? But now we need to set that button to the actual button on our XML file. So that's what the user clicks. So what we do is new activity. You know what? I should not have used something so long, but whatever. New activity button equals. All right. You must cast every time. I have no idea why. I'm sure there's a good reason. Probably because we're looking at an XML file and we need to make sure it's the right. And so remember how I made a button right here? It needs to be the exact same type of thing. So we make a new button and we do this. Find view by ID. R stands for resources, period. And we're going to go down here. See this? Right here, if we want to do a layout, we'll do a layout. If we want to do a string, we'll do a string. But since we're doing something that's on the XML file, we're going to do ID because what happens now? See right here? New activity button. And that is exactly what we wanted. That is the button on our main activity screen. So now we are going to do something. All right, what are we going to do? Well... and right now this now has space allocated for it, and now this equals that. So what we're gonna do now is new activity let's see, button. I probably misspelled that. Who cares? It's not equals dot set on click listener new view, because we want to go to a new view, which is another new view or activity. So new view. And this should come up on the very first thing. All right, view on new on click listener. And our Eclipse is so wonderful, it does that automatically for us. Oh, it's the bomb. Bomb.com. All right, so now we need, this is kind of confusing. You want to look this up on Google, but this is basically what we're going to do. We're going to I'm going to show you what I did in my other project. Into the deep space. Source, and we're going to go to the solar system. All right, because I want to just get this right thing. Okay. Yep. Okay. Because I forgot exactly what it was. Okay. And we're gonna close that out because I look these things up at Google a lot and just copy and paste. Okay. So I'm going to comment that out for you and explain everything. Okay. Intent, basically. All right. Intent. That's basically our intent, to go to a new screen or do a new some type of activity. So what we're going to do is new intent. All right. This is something that you get application context. This is basically what I believe is getting the information for where you're at the moment. And I have no idea. I'm probably talking on my butt, but whatever. So this is where we go. And this is where we state where we want to go. And since it's not Mercury, because we're not in the space project I explained to you earlier, we're going to go to BTA2, which is our class name and .class. And that is where we go to our new class right there. Y, change to get application context because I can't spell. Okay. So, and then we do start activity, and then we do intent. And I can't type on my own. I definitely can't type when I'm trying to perform and entertain the likes of you people in my class. And this should work. But I have an error. And let's figure out where this error is at. BTA, main activity. Where is this stupid error? Oh, yeah. When you copy paste stuff from other projects, it imports that. I guess it's a cool feature, but it's a really pain in the neck. Okay, so here we go. So what this will do, the new activity set on click. In other words, when the user clicks on this button, it should work. It should go to a new screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to run this project, run it like it's hot. All right. We're going to click our emulator because I can't show you on my tablet. So it's going to take a second to do that. My emulator is already up. See, look at that. And BTA. All right, so here we are on our main screen. And let's see if this works. Go to New Activity. And there you go. See, this is the second screen to my Super Coil app. All right. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's awesome. Too bad this is not my app. Well, it is my app, but not the app I just made. And that's speech recorder and BTA. Okay. So, anyway, let's go back to my code. I got only a couple minutes left because I'm using Screencast-O-Matic to do this little film for you guys. So basically, what you have. The first thing, to sum up everything, you need to make a button for it, and I prefer to use it as a field. You don't technically have to, and maybe that's against convention. And please explain to me if it's not, if it is. You make a field, and you set that field. You cast it to whatever type it is. It's a button, so we cast it a button. We find view by ID, and this is going to be for any type of button or a text field or an edit text. And the R for resources.id, and that's going to be what the name of what we called it in our XML file. And see, like right here, this right here, see, this is the ID of it. We'd add new activity button. Okay, and go back to that. And so basically, that's all we need. And this is probably longer than it needs to be. And since you set it to this name button right there, and then you do a new activity dot set on click listener, this guy right here, Eclipse will auto generate for you, and then you do this intent, you do get application context, comma, and this is going to be whatever class that you want to go to. And since it's the name of the class we want to go to is BTA2, we start activity and do intent, and that's how we do everything. Just to double check, go to new activity, and there you go. And that's it, guys. And I hope that helps you out. That will probably help you out on assignment 2 because we need to make multiple views. So let me know. Comment on my YouTube if you have any questions. I will be able to help you out. I should be able to respond pretty quickly to you. So thanks, guys, and have a good day.